Norths. Last year, the game resulted in a win to the Manly side, 24-6. This one's at Brookvale Oval. One change in the North Sydney side. Donnie McKinnon's out and Martin Bella is in. You'll see a try coming up to Chris Close in last year's match, and this was at North Sydney Oval. And what a change they've made to that ground. There's Chris Close. Looks like he was going to run out of the ground there. He was running so forcefully and so strongly. Manly defeated you guys last week, 30-24. Norths went down 10-9, but no disgrace. They played very well. It's a very large pack of North Sydney forwards. But Hunter and Cox at halfback and Shearer in the centre, all in pretty good form for the Manly side. And Hardy and Darley and Cochrane are going well in the front row. How do you see this one?
I'd have to go for Manly, even though Norths have got a big, strong pack. I think that especially Mitchell Cox and Cliff Lyons will be looking for big games, and I think Manly know how to handle North, so I'd go with them. Okay,
we find ourselves in agreement there. You don't need to know my reasons. They're all inside my coat here. Heart. It's all heart. Emotion. Nothing to do with logic when I talk about Manly Warringah. God spare me days, it's awful, isn't it? Terrible. You think a grown man would learn better. Parramatta and Canterbury, what a game this promises to be. And I still think they have some opportunities up there for the outer ground. I think a lot of people thought it was going to be a complete and utter sellout. Well, Dennis Fitzgerald has informed us there are some still diminishing number of seats for the outer ground area, and they'll be on sale at the gate. So if you're wanting to go there, don't fail to. It'll be a great day up there. And there's Chris Atkins scoring a try in the match from last year. And this was a game that was won by Canterbury 19-4. And believe me, that's a hell of a turn up when those two sides meet. I don't think anything like that will be happening today.
No, I think it'll be a fairly close game. In fact, Parramatta seem to have the ability to absorb punishment fairly well in the forwards, and even though St George has got what they call Canterbury have got a fairly much a cement sort of a pack, I think Parramatta will handle that, and I think the thing that'll swing the game Parramatta's way, who I'm going for, is the crowd.
Well, the only difference I can see, they both lost players, Kelly and Mortimer from one side, and they've lost Jerd and Mears on the other side. The only difference I can see between the two sides is the fact that it's going to be played at Parramatta Stadium and the home ground advantage. We reckon there's going to be, 30,000 people there, 29,000 of them will be Parramatta fans.
It's a great advantage for Parramatta to play there.
Incidentally, might I make the comment that I just looked it up at you and saw you on the monitor. You could definitely play Buffalo Bill Cody in a movie.
Thanks, Rex. Thanks a lot.
Oh, you look like Buffalo Bill Cody with that little goatee. That looks very good. OK, I'm going for the Parramatta side and cliffhanger. Half a point to Parramatta. And the last one, Balmain and Penrith. I think this is going to make a lot of people go very, very quietly. In the Balmain side, incidentally, Gary Schofield, Tony Myler, Michael Perry and Kerry Hemsley. Out for Balmain are Paul Bevan, Gary Bridge, Benny Elias and David Brooks. In for Penrith, Brandon Lee. Out is Chris Horton. So there are a number of changes as a result of that midweek game. Balmain down 17-14 to Western, a typical second half failure that we've come to expect last week. They defeated Canberra in the Cup match 20-12, and they had a lot of frights doing it. So who do you see this one's going to come up with?
Very tough decision to pick that game. I think the game rests on the ability of either Alexander or Gale to control the match. I'll sit on the fence and say a draw.
Oh, you can't say a draw. You've got to get off.
I'll go for Balmain at home.
You're going to go for Balmain at home, eh? Well, I go the other way because I was so impressed with Penrith last week, and I think that their forwards really came of age, and I know they're going to miss Horton because he's playing very well. He did score a very good try last week, but they've come up with young Brendan Lee, and he's not a bad footballer, and I think this Penrith side are set fair to start doing some good work. And Balmain, they still haven't turned the corner in my view, so that's the way I see it. Penrith, and you go for Balmain.
I go for Balmain.
We found ourselves in disagreement on all but one.
Manly.
My friend, Manly. Must be the joint affinity we have there, isn't it? OK, well, thanks for coming on the show. Nice to see you.
Thanks, Rex.
And always nice to talk to a fellow that's represented his country, and this man's done that with great distinction in the Rugby Union Code, and it may not be too late for the Rugby League Code.
Oh, I hope not.
Only time will tell. We're going to take a break and be right back with some martial arts, Sydney's very own ninja.